Hey guys, welcome back to ATZ Sports. Thank you for stopping by for another video. And there's a huge discussion currently with the A League out. So I normally don't cover A League football, but today I have decided that I will. And it is the fact that there's going to be a huge boycott of the A League. For those who don't know, A League is the Australian Football League, soccer league, whatever you want to call it, and it's going under a huge boycott. And this has come out recently after A League announced that they have sold the rights to the finals of A League, the finals of the A League for the next 3 years to Sydney. Now there's a lot of discussions here, and to be honest, I really have no clue why there's so much. So if you're from Australia, you're a die-hard fan of any A-League team, you have been supporting them for years now, and you have more in-depth news about it, you can type in the comments why. But I'll just give like a brief overview of what I believe is going on in the A-League, especially with the boycott that is going to start soon. Okay, I think it's going to be for all the next matches of the A-League. Fans are going to start walking out of the stadium after the 20th minute of the matches which are going on. As far as I know, I have some news from Melbourne City, because they are connected to Mumbai City from City Football Group. So I know that much, that it's going to happen. It's most likely could be happening with the situation currently at the A-League. So let's see how it goes, but I will explain to you all about what and all you can expect from it. So first of all, the thing is that the A-League has sold the rights to their finals. Okay, so basically the hosting rights of the finals to Sydney. Now Sydney is a city, I'll just put for those in like a city. So like from 2023, for a 3 years deal, they are going, all the tournaments, all A-League finals are going to be held there. Why is it a big thing? Well, it gives an unfair advantage. When you play a finals, mostly you're supposed to play in a neutral ground, a neutral venue. So I think people know that there's a club called Sydney FC playing in the league. Okay, in the what is that, and Western Sydney also, I believe there are two Sydney clubs playing in A-League. So it gives an sort of an unfair advantage to the other clubs. So that could be one of the reasons, I believe. What is that called? And there are like a lot of talks going on, and there's a huge boycott also going to happen because of this. So first of all, for an outsider like me, it's completely, I won't really understand in depth. For the other fans who are die-hard A-League, who watch A-League, in and out supporting their team, they will know most likely. But it's a huge thing when all the fans of all the clubs decide to boycott the league. So so it's very interesting. Mostly I think because the fact that the distance between all the clubs, I think another major reason I remember it, because one of my friend who was from Australia was telling, I think that was the flight tickets, because if you're, for those who didn't know this, Australia I think is bigger than entire Europe. Okay, almost entire Europe. If you remove Norway, Sweden and all, and Russia, then like it's almost as big as Europe. Okay, so keeping all the tournaments in Sydney, and if in the finals there's no club from Sydney, it becomes very expensive. Like let's take an example of Melbourne. A clubs from Melbourne, both clubs from Melbourne qualify for the tournament. Okay, Melbourne Victory and Melbourne City are playing the finals of the A-League. They'll have, all the fans will have to take tickets from Melbourne to go to Sydney, and it's going to be hell of an expensive. Okay, like I think in India the prices of plane tickets are cheap. I'm not sure what's the prices of plane tickets in from Melbourne. Let's good question. Let's try Melbourne to Sydney, Melbourne to Sydney flight. So flight price, how much does it come out to? 10,000, 11,000. My God. Okay, that's a huge cost. That's a huge money. That's a huge thing. Okay, and that too I'm checking now. Okay, in the second in what is that called? I don't means in this time. Not I'm talking even of the finals. Oh my god, that's expensive. So yeah, actually speaking, I do believe that the final should be kept very close by. Australia is a big continent. Okay, and it's not like in India that if you keep the finals in, let's say, Kochi or West Bengal, it's too far. No, I think the domestic flights, we have way more better domestic flights, and the flight tickets are way cheaper. That's why, yeah, at least for Indians, it won't be such a big deal. But in Australia, this is by far a huge issue. So I think there are people literally posting. So it's from Newcastle to Wembley Stadium is a 4 hour journey, 4 hours, 47 minutes journey. But from Perth Glory Football Club to the Sydney Stadium is 42 freaking hours. Oh my god. Oh my lord. No wonder everyone is angry at this. I think if your country is so big, there's so much distance between so many clubs. I think in the right mind, you should keep a venue which is closest to both the clubs and also being a neutral venue. Okay, let's just read some of the comments. Okay, and let's see. Brenton Ray, this is one of the worst decisions that I have seen for a very very long time, so to speak, and it's absolutely disgraceful call. I no longer that the highest ranked team being rewarded to its season, whoever finishes top now doesn't host the decide. Okay, so the normally on normal situation, I never knew this, but whoever wins the table, the group table, who tops the table gets to host the final, which I believe is a good thing. I think it should be also done in the Indian Super League. At this, if this is it, gives a good advantage for the top team. They get to host the final. So this now it's not going to happen. So yeah, I think it's unfair, to be honest. That I think it's interesting, to be honest, if it's like that. This is not the way forward. The AFL has ruined the grand finale spectacle by selling out to one host state. The one thing A-League had going for it was whoever is top host. I hope to take the time to think about and reverse the decision, as it is very short-sighted. I think now it's making more sense. The more I am reading it, it's making very much more sense. Okay, about this. And I think the fans of all clubs, when the Super League was announced in England, I mean in Europe, the same vibes I can get. Everyone is angry. Okay, what is that called? When reading an article from The Guardian, of course, let's see, because I think as aim to leverage recent interest of football to the book of the soccer is successful, but they announced on Monday that they are greeted with fury by fans of Sydney and non-Sydney clubs alike. So all clubs are angry. Oh my god. So not even the Sydney clubs, all the clubs are angry. So that many fans have voiced their displeasure on social media, calling absolutely disgraceful call and a terrible decision that has raised the prospects of two teams outside Sydney contesting the grand final at a Sydney stadium. Melbourne City currently are top. Once again, CFG own club on top. The Adelaide United and soccer star Greg Dawson said on Twitter an opposite decision. I am a player, but I am also a fan. Okay, so he has opposed it. Travelling supporters would have to stump up the associated cost of accommodation and travel to Sydney. Yes, of course, that is a huge issue, especially at a time when Australians are facing record high air fees. Oh my god, that makes it more terrible. But Australian Professional League body that runs the A-Leagues, when said it was working with transport and accommodation providers to develop special packages for fans. The league's official hotel partner IHG are committed to offer discounted rates. Interesting. 3 times Premiership winners Melbourne Victory expressed disappointment with the decisions, but said it would work with its members and fans to ensure that it would continue to be part of the big game. Former Adelaide United player Michael Moore was amongst critics of short-sighted move, treating it was not for the club, not for the fans, and not for the players. So it's kind of interesting to see that literally everyone are angry. I am very interested to know what's going to happen now. As far as reporting this, the decision is still as it is. Okay, one of the most memorable men's grand finale was played at the Albion Oval in 2016 when 50,119 fans watched Adelaide United beat Western Sydney Wanderers. Okay, my God. So I think, and I'm making sense. What is that called? I think it's making more sense now, that you should actually do, I think it makes sense, now reading it. The toppers of the group stage should be given the rights to host. You have topped a group with your own merit, with your own performance. You have topped a group. I think allowing them to host is a good idea, okay? And if it's going on, I think it should not be changed. And just selling the rights to a particular state makes no sense, especially for your fan from Perth Glory. You have to go for 43 hours journey by car. That is nonsense, okay? That is utter nonsense. I directly object this, and I do feel that it should not happen, right? It should not happen. Let's see. Hopefully some smart decision is taken afterwards, and all these things are sorted out. Let's see how it goes. Guys, you tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do like, share, subscribe. See you in more videos coming soon in near future. Goodbye, take care, stay safe.